Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Donna Thorne Special. Tonight's segment is entitled ACE, the Andre Coleman Ensemble. We're going to be having an in-depth conversation with the Andre Coleman Ensemble with regards to lyrics. I will be hosting the show this evening, and we have with us a couple of guests who are taking the position of guests in this particular show. I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Andre Shade.
Hello.
And our host and producer, Ms. Donna Thorne.
Hi.
Yay, Donna.
Okay. Welcome, everybody.
Thank you.
What we'd like to do this evening, we're going to do a in-depth analysis of lyrics as compared to poetry, the way we write, the ideas we try to portray, the meanings we're trying to get, the words we use, taking into consideration the two types of poetry that exist. One being the rhyme or the rhythm poetry, another being what I call the esoteric poetry. It's poetry that's saying certain things using different words that has a feeling where you have to look into it really deep. And with respect to ACE, as we write, my job in the writing is I write the rhymes and the flow and the poetry in a rhythmic sense, where Mr. Shade does his writing in an esoteric sense. We're going to be going into an area in a moment where it's a song written by Andre Shade for ACE, produced by Bodacious, and we're going to listen to the song in a moment, and then we're going to take it apart analytically and examine what it is we're saying, the body of the song, as you would do in school when an English teacher takes apart a program. Andre, I'd like to ask you a question.
Certainly.
Yeah, the title of this song is Stand Up, and it relates to, you'll have to tell us that before we go into it.
It relates to standing up for your rights, believing for yourself that what you stand up for, no one can push you around, no one should push you around. It's a right that you have to be treated decent and human, like the children of today, like the elderly of today. They stood up at their time, and now look where they are, wherever they may be. The whole idea for the song is to stand up for what you think is right. That's the message. Should I read this first? And
are we ready for the reading, or are we going to listen to the music first to understand?
Well, I don't know. I want to be the host, and now you're the host, so you give me that chair.
Well, at this point, I think we should go into the reading, and then we can follow it with the song.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
We'll make an adjustment here. Okay, at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we will have a poetic reading of a song or a poem entitled Stand Up by Mr. Andre Shade.
Yeah, I'll do it real quick and simple, okay? It's the same sky, but there's no walls. All I see is the air. Well, it's the same world, but there's no love. It's the same face everywhere. To believe in your personal victories, you've got to travel down a hard, bumpy road. For life is not easy. That you will soon find out. You've got to start now or see it erode. Stand up for what you think is right. Stand up. We've got to fight. Stand up. It's your God-given right. Stand up. You like that?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not finished yet. Okay. Well, it's the same breeze, but there's no breath. There's no wind anywhere. Well, it's the same love, but not the same touch. No, it's not the same feeling. And once again, to believe in your personal victories, you've got to travel down a hard, bumpy road. For life is not easy, that you will soon find out. You've got to start now or see it erode. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Wow.
It's done. Very simple. As you were saying, I write in more of an esoteric sense, and you write more rhythmic. But there it is.
Okay, Donna, I'd like to ask you, right off the top of your head, what does that song make you think about? Or the poem without hearing the song, what kind of feeling does that give you?
Well, to make a stand on what you believe, because if you don't stand for something, then you'll fall for anything, you know? And what you stand for is who you are. It's like your signature, you know? It's what you mean, what you say. If you don't stand up for what you believe in, and you have no substance, there is nothing that can materialize into anything.
I agree.
There was one phrase you used as you spoke to victories. How did that read?
To believe in your personal victories. You've got to travel down a hard, bumpy road. For life is not easy, that you will soon find out. You've got to start now or see any road.
I'd like to address that too, because earlier this evening, before the show, we were discussing the same thing, and we didn't have an argument. We opinionated being co-writers, and that particular phrase seems to me to say, like, you speak to victory. Victory seems to be a person's character is developed by their failures, on how well they adjust to failures and eliminate those things that slow them up and sends them into the victory. Like the bumpy road, walk a mile in another man's shoes to know what he's doing.
Correct.
Is that kind of like what you were getting at?
Absolutely. The failures do give you or makes your character for the future and for now, which is now the future, even though I said that.
Is that what you said?
Well, I speak, what did you say?
Esoteric.
Esoterically, anyway.
Yeah.
That's why no one understands me.
It's like an eclectic feeling. Well, it's understood, the concept is understood. But when you take it apart, it's like, Mary had a little lamb, roses are red, violets are blue. But when you speak to the sky, the wind, the breeze, and you're laying out in the park, what's he saying really?
Right.
As a poet, you know what you're saying, and you're trying to convey a feeling, I believe.
Well, yes, and what I try to do is make people think. Listen to the material, but think about what it is and where you want to go with it.
It's like a person that's never tried, never failed, never tried.
Well, what I'd like to do is, we're going to listen to the song, right?
Yeah, we should be ready to listen to the song anytime, I think.
That's great.
Okay.
Because, yeah, I mean,
I think we're ready now, yeah.
Okay, then we'll understand the lyric phrasing.
So what we'll hear is that particular poem, ladies and gentlemen, put to music by Ace, produced by Bodacious, lyric written by Andre Shade. That was Stand Up. As we spoke at the beginning, Stand Up being a poem in its own right had different feelings, and listening to the song, it's a power song. It's telling a very strong message, and it draws different feelings from different people. Now we're going to change up a little bit here. We're going to go into a video that we did on a Donna Thorne special a while ago. It's a song entitled Love Countdown, which stands in its own right as a poem. After the song is over, then we will go into a discussion again, a poetic dissection of the song, where we'll speak to both of our guests and try to analyze and see what the song is saying and whether the music relates to the feeling of the lyrics. Love Countdown. Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing. You helped me write that, didn't you?
Love Countdown?
Yeah.
I thought I wrote it.
Well, you had a couple of lines in there. I think it was the second verse. Right?
Was it the second verse? I thought I did the first, second, and third verse.
Just the bridge.
Oh, just the bridge.
Yeah.
No, Love Countdown, I liked it. Like you said, some of it reminds you of cartoon music. But since we're musicians, we play, we produce, I enjoyed doing it. Of course, I play saxophones, flutes, and such, and Garfield, and you're a keyboardist, and takes care of the pocket, like we like to call it, the pocket. And it's just a lot of fun.
Okay, I think we're about ready now to go to the video. Love Countdown, written by Andre Shade, produced and arranged by Ace for Bodacious Productions. Love Countdown.
Let's have some fun. We know in love, finding our right to time. Let's make sure that our love never stops. Let's get ready for what's coming round. Let's get ready for our love countdown. Let's have some fun.
That was Love Countdown. Right here, I'd like to ask our lovely producer, Donna Thorne, to sort of, how did that song make you feel poetic-wise, the words and the lyrics?
I mean, breathless. I mean, it has to do with the love. And it was really, I mean, warm. Yeah. Love Countdown.
Well, Andre, you wrote it. What were you thinking as you went across the lyrics, Love Countdown? Oh, we wrote that together, didn't we?
Yes, we
and
did.
And we had help from Miss Pat Thurman, if I remember right.
Correct. Don't forget.
Okay, yeah, we worked that out as an ensemble thing, I remember.
Correct.
Okay. So what
well,
were we looking for? Did we get it?
I still haven't found the love, and so I'm still counting. So you can only count so far. I'm like up to 1,003 or something like that. But
Okay, I think, are we ready for the next video? Okay, we're going to go into Fountain Blue as the lyric thing again, written by myself, Garfield Coleman, produced by Bodacious for Ace. This is Fountain Blue.
Well, how you doing now? We hope that you enjoyed that song. Unfortunately, we changed the title to it. It's called For Love, and we just wanted to tell you, we had mentioned that it was Fountain Blue. We make mistakes too because we're human. But it was For Love. Donna, what did you think of that song?
Oh, beautiful, just breathless. I mean, For Love, it reminds me of the Prince Charming thing. It's just, you know, is that really real?
Okay, what we're going to do now, now we're going to try Fountain Blue again.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Yeah, Fountain Blue by Ace.
Wonderful.
And they say, here I stand all alone with no one but you. Here I stand,
Have you ever tried to find the love you left behind? You cried some tears, though it's not dear. Your mountain, free child, by your side, no matter where you are, your dreams will come.
a coin tossed in the well.
Nowhere you'll be here.
And here I stand, down,
Your dreams will come if you find your fountain. Your dreams will come if you find your fountain.
wishing well, fairy tales, and they sing some true. Here I stand, all alone, with no one but you. Here I stand,
Your dreams will come if you find your fountain. Free child, by your side, no matter where you are. Your dreams will come if you find your fountain. Free child, by your side. No matter where you are, your dreams will come if you find your fountain.
That was Fountain Blue by Ace. Keeping with the theme of what we're doing this evening on the show, lyric-wise as far as content, that song came to me an afternoon in Rome, standing by a fountain. I was on the road away from home, and I felt lost. I saw a fountain, threw a coin in, wished for home, and it came to me, as Andre mentioned earlier, in one full flow. I'd like to ask our producer, Donna, what does she feel about Fountain Blue?
Well, I'd like to know when am I going to find my Fountain Blue.
Well, you got the right dress on.
Oh.
That'll go for it. Well,
It's a whole context, because this evening, as we spoke about Fontainebleau and the stand-up and the dreams and the rocky roads, poetically, the whole program, at least what we're working on, which is what we try to do as ACE, writing our poetry, is to have a flow, to have a continual, like an album, it moves along.
can I say something?
Sure.
I'd like to thank United Cable and the community for having us here. And,
Sure, yeah.
And I'm looking forward to being on other Donna Thorne specials.
All right.
And I just thank you very much. I had a wonderful time.
Oh, I did too.
I think, too, that in some of our future programs, especially for the listening audience, we'll have more discussions like this, where we take songs apart, and thank you, everybody.
Hope you enjoy it.